that. I don't know if I like that a bit, actually. Anyway, welcome, everybody, back to my Homestuck Let's Read. My name is Brodemus. Yeah, here we be. Oh, I forgot one thing. My chat window. Hey, Seb. How you doing? They fucking changed, the way Streamlabs works when you go live with Twitter now, and I don't know if I like it. It's weird. How you doing? Glad you make it. So, if you're just getting in now, joining in, we are starting a bit early today because, boy, just shit really hit the fan today. Let me fucking tell you. Shit hit the fan yesterday, I should say. Finally home, Seb. That's glad to hear it, Seb. Kind of a picnic? That sounds like fun. That'll be fun. What my stream is early? Someone at my wife's work got tested for positive for the coronas. So, therefore, she's probably been exposed, and since I live with her, I've probably been exposed. So, a little before 4 today, we're gonna go get tested, and just to make sure. It's probably too soon because like we don't know how long she's been exposed or anything like that. But we're like just safe and sorry. Go get tested, figure shit out. But my appointment is at like 3:50, which like interferes with me streaming. So I was like, oh fuck it, I have until then to stream. I'll just stream early today from 1 to 3 instead of 2 to 4. It'll be fun. Hello username, hello Pen, welcome everyone. Swag Chixie, glad to see you again. Hope y'all are doing fine on this Saturday. Thank you, Pen. Hope everything goes great for us, but it's a really weird situation that we're in now where it's like, one, we live in Florida, which is the worst fucking state in the country, in the United States for COVID cases, so basically the country. Zarax, welcome. Thank you, Seb. Hope things come back negative. But it's a weird situation where it's like I'm probably gonna have to just stay home for like the next week at least the next couple of days, because it's gonna be like at minimum 3 days for us to get the results back. But it could be 6 to 10, so I might not find out until a fucking week from now. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my problems and potential COVID infection. I laugh because I'm actually really worried about it. Woo! All right, let's get on to it. We're on page 7450. What's happening? I forgot. I don't remember what's going on anymore. Are we in the middle of them, of Jane and Jade and Callie still talking? That's not good, Pen. The thing is, like, my wife also had another coworker whose daughter had a coworker whose mother tested positive, and her daughter had interacted with her, but they just were kind of flippant about it, which pissed me off. But like I said, I'm moving on. I hope everything's all right, Pen. I hope your mom and grandma are okay. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. What is going on? Okay, there's Prospit, right? What is happening here? What is going on? Okay, so right, we were at the Vriskagram. That's right. We saw how we got up to this point in the new retcon timeline. That's right. Thank you, Pen. Yeah, thanks, Seb. I forgot. I just blanked on everything that happened last week. Apparently, is it time? No. Oh. How about now? No! Dave, we have been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more sensible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little longer. I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to, like, appear? That's my understanding, yes. You mean, here, in this frog circle thing. I don't know. Somewhere in this session, at which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out. So, Jade came on a gold ship through a tiny window, apparently. But John wasn't on it? Well, his corpse was, somewhere. But that John doesn't exist, doesn't matter anymore. Kind of like how there was a bird version of you out there, now presumed dead, who also didn't matter. The real John and the other lawn girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great Knight of Time, end quote, but someone had to take the initiative and go on a fact-finding mission. No, that's cool. You can have that thunder if you want it. When exactly is this supposed to happen? Soon! And she's unhurt? Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalonde girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted at all in her timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's alt-reality experiences either, but apparently things went raw for them in about as many ways as you can imagine. Presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order. Showing that Vriska is the most important character in Homestuck. Oh boy. That's just Tavros sprite, huh? Oh, snap. But yeah, I agree with the sentiment largely of you being more competent than most people in general, Vriska. Thanks, Tavros. Hey, look, I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore, and that I don't really know what's going on most of the time, and therefore am forced to take any bullshit that happens with a grain of snack mineral big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much to trouble, Vriska, maybe you could take a moment to explain why Tavros is now a sprite, and Equus too, and also why Equus is wearing a new pair of moronic-looking sunglasses. Thanks in advance. Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanaya? Did you think it was fairly self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadavers of 2 of our deceased friends. No, I got that. I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their session? Yes, they did months ago, from the current frame of reference, but this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this? A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in Skya unless you go to the trouble of putting one there, of course, which the contest has already done for us via Grimbark Jade prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is this session comes courtesy with 4 unprototyped kernels waiting to be put to use. So, not being one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is some basic stuff, and I'm sure we went over it all at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, don't you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave rested the tome away and began scribbling phalluses in it while giggling like children. Maybe? I mean, that rings a dong shouter. Oh, what? Dude, LMAO. What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Am I really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light bores? Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over the knowledge granted by our aspect and my unprecedented ability to weaponize said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we're double-handedly saving the ass of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates the categorical certainty. Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty. Whom do you think I was referring to? Wow, okay, what the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap. I'm still spouting off here, I think. That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself, and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you're ready. Okay, I figured out some stuff I'm still either pissed off and or confused about. You say there are 4 kernels here. You know, we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor. Which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Equus again. Nice to see you guys back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since along the way here, we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid ghosts. That kind of lets a little air out of the poignancy balloon. Sorry. Hey, buddy. Don't wink at me. Don't wink at me. Can I get that on a shirt? Greetings, old friends. Not to worry, I have stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half of my personally couldn't give the faintest fidgeted horse dump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I am very busy here, so stop talking to me completely. Oh man, classic. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. And speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years? That's a bit fucked up, even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought they would have, like, rotted by now or something. Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for this journey, after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned. Well, shit. That's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving. But damn if it didn't just get solved, so that's fucked up. Call back to Dave's fucking... That's a mystery no one knew was a mystery.
If you would stop being a wuss for a half second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. These are the only 2 sprites I had any intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, let's face it, that was kind of my fault for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did. Aw, yeah. Tavros, don't interrupt. Shut up, Heather. Whoops. Then, I made Arqueus sprite happen because, first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with the beef rockets... What? The motherfucker with the beef rockets at the top of my shit list. Okay, so please, I enthusiastically invite one of you no-taste mouth breathers to talk smack about the A-Man. Make my day. Plot holes and shenanigans. Yeah. Vriss, yo, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here thinks he's pretty cool. Like, just enough freak show steps removed from being my bro, I guess, enough to make me not feel like, Dave, don't interrupt either. Another shut up Heather moment. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me when I'm talking up Arqueus sprite. That's the rule. Owned. Wow, owned. Oh, shut the fuck up. Second, the guy is a fucking tactical genius. Totally conniving and calculating, and unafraid to use methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for too long, your party is going to need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fate for Arqueus. He genuinely seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence, and seems a lot happier than I ever remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him this solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm off. So now we're square.
You mean triangular?
What?
Triangular.
I don't...
It's a shave of my clopped glasses.
Oh. Oh! See what I mean, guys? He's a fucking riot.
Agreed. Thank you for that strong endorsement.
Endorsement.
Lublin / person I've never heard of and don't care about. I'll be finished with my work here momentarily.
Excuse me, Mr. Arqueus, what exactly are you doing to her?
I'm disabling her tiara top. It is extremely delicate work not to be trusted to human hooves.
Yes, I've also decided it's imperative to reclaim Crocker from the contest before she can wake up and cause more trouble. Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead. If you can keep her out of harm's way, in addition to providing her general purpose restorative capabilities, she also represents one extra life for everybody. And since heroic deaths could be getting handed out like in excess of tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is going to come in handy. Afternoon, balloons. How you doing? How come your video facecam quality and stream facecam quality are different? I use 2 different cameras. My video, I actually use a camcorder for that. What the hell is this thing, actually? It's a Canon Vixia HF R600. Hashtag not an ad. But it's able to record at like 1080, 60. Really good camera. I've had it for a few years. It's a very good camera. Got it as a gift from my wife, actually. But I have an old Gearhead, some bullshit, whatever. That I've had for longer. I think I got this in 2015. No, it was before that. It might have been 2014. But yeah, it's just some bullshit little webcam thing. And the reason I do that is because the Canon Vixia does not have a hookup, to my knowledge. I've looked it up and I can't find any answer on it. You can't use it as a webcam on your computer. So I have to have the webcam for when I stream, and then I use the camcorder for my videos. Sorry, sponsorship. If Canon wants to sponsor me, looking at you, Canon. I'm willing to take that money. But yeah, so that's the reason. One's a webcam, one's a camcorder. The camcorder cannot be used as a webcam. So, what about our other dead friends? Huh? You know, Nepeta, Aridin. Oh, right, them. I was getting to that. Oh, okay. I know we talked a lot about a lot of strategy in advance, Vriska, but I really don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to make a bad pun or account on the fact, or on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed. Yeah, sorry, I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you apprised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my motives as I can from now on. Okay, Pyrope? Okay. So, after prototyping Tavros and Equius, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this presents quite a dilemma. Well, okay, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. Nepeta, Fefri, Aridin, and Solix's dead body, which is with his half-ghost floating out there with Aradia. I know that caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we've got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining, and there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite to make a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except Arqueus' case, since those 2 nutjobs mesh with each other's personalities so phenomenally.
I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter. But if I may suggest, nay, perhaps command, you should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it.
No! Arqueus, your reservation is noted, but the hemospectrum is bullshit. It's not going to factor into the decision.
I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care. As you are.
So, considering there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any is more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. This is my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it a final. They can live out the rest of their afterlives in the dream bubbles, which still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But of greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup, in case 1 or 2 of you jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking this all through so well in advance. Okay, that's a good reason to have spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight, or that you have the authority to make a final ruling. Come on, Terezi. I'm not saying I'm an authority on morality here. I only said my ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech. Yeah, right. Let's think it through a little more. Solix's half-ghost is perfectly happy out there with Aradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Aaron, he murdered Fefri and tried to kill Kanaya and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running, but Nepeta and Fefri, what did they ever do to anybody? Yes, this is my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbiter of Aridin's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made, or Fefri's or Nepeta's or Solix's or anybody's. The only reason I chose these 2 over the others is on account of taking responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did. Plus also some tactical considerations for the greater good, but that's different. I would think of you of all people would be on the same page as me when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride, not judging other people for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as the Queen of Justice, then be my guest. Oh, give me a break. I think we both know the justice issues here are pretty cut and dried. Solix wants to be where he is. Aridin is a murderous douche. The girls are innocent. I say we bring them back.
Whoa, why doesn't the page thing show anymore? Thank you, Pen. Why don't you show? Why do you show Homestuck.com? Is it because it's an unsecured? It's because this page isn't secured. Why is it? Why is this HTTP? Why is this not HTTPS? Page ook. Why? Why? How to change? I know how to change. Edit transform. Okay, let's see. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's locked. Hang on. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Done with that. Okay. Come back to me. Come back to me. How y'all doing? Because the thing is, it's another window capture for the page, so you can see. Whoa! It slowly expands. Wow! Come on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna. Well, that was the wrong thing to do there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hide it. We're gonna say fuck it. I'm not gonna deal with that. Especially since I just fucked it up. Okay. Let's just do a bunch of Control Z's actually. There we go. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy. We're gonna paste. Move it down into the page count there. Hide you. And we're going to edit this one. Mystery pages. Oh, fucking. Still locked, you dumbass. Alright, here we go. How far do we need to go to get to... Why don't you make this easy? Why don't you make this easy, Streamlabs? Streamlabs, why don't you make this easy? Magics. We don't. Is there a bunch of a difference at this point? Okay, and then we crop the left. Just watch it. Pay no attention to the URL hiding at the top of your screen. Basically, yeah, blogs are like that. I mean, yeah, that's definitely my impression. That should be good, I think. It's good enough. All right. Well, let's continue. I also forgot to fix the fucking chat box. Oh, you make me sad. Myself make me sad. There we go. There we go. Fucking hell. Looking good. Boy, it's been a while since I watched Rick and Morty. Anyway, with that intermission out of the way, where the hell was I? Slox wants to be. We need to bring them back.
Terezi, please, let's not bicker in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here.
We do?
Yes, we are equally important to the party as its overarching executives, the ones with the most experience in the department of guile and ruthlessness. I may project my voice louder than you and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you were always the soul of Team Scourge. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to.
Aw.
Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm behind you all the way. I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I've got the torso parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime.
You do?
Where? In the hunger trunk. I've stashed all the spare remains there to keep them fresh, along with our a final living party member.
Huh? Hunk.
Oh. Oh! Wow, yeah. I think I'll revive them a little later. Yeah, later. Suit yourself.
Pog page count. See, no, okay, so that single fucking page wasn't HTTPS. So now it's fine. Why wasn't that page secure? What was the SSL certificate on that page? This is why I made a copy, though, because I knew, I figured it would go back, because literally every other page, I think, has been HTTPS. Why? Anyway. Who knows, probably. So, am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard that,
Inferring what?
that Vriska is like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know, I never understood the Scourge shit. You two have always been like this scheming, giggling enigma huddled together in Peapod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is this it?
Is what it?
The plan you're hashing all along. Is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader finally.
Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just common sense rearing its ugly head for a change.
Oh, got it.
Good.
Wait, no, I don't got it. Ah! It sounds like you're just like being the leader now because you want to, and making all the plans because nobody else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either, I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this?
Sigh.
Karkat. Yo, Karkat.
What?
Oh my god, dude. Were you just not listening to any of that?
To what? What's happening now?
Oh man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska is saying, so maybe I'm not the one to talk, but at least I had the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing?
Sorry. I'm guilty. I zoned out on some of Circuit's self-important blither. I was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay?
Dude, you gotta go ahead for me. Shoring up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What were you talking about?
It's private.
I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though.
We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it.
No, yeah, I know what that's all about. How when you talk to the mayor, most of the time, words aren't even necessary. Like, he just knows. Man, the mayor is just so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's take turns hugging him.
No, that's fucking stupid. Just, what were you saying? I mean, when I was spacing out just then.
Oh, nothing really. Just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role. And then maybe you want to throw a vintage shit fit about that, or... Yeah, these, like, old, like, just the tubes with legs sprites.
Oh! Wow, that's a good one, Dave. Wow. Me, leader, too funny. I am entirely and singularly baffled that I could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role, even within sniffing orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or, for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I have seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties was some fait accompli bullshit for 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I have been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hobbled turdvana. Okay, so vicious shit fit it is.
Carcat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role, due to acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations. But, be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here, so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's going to need to step up when I'm gone.
All right, Sir Ket. Then I'll make this a lot easier for you and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as a leader of this group, or any, forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious yet to be explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right in that position so long as it isn't me.
Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton you're going to lengths to pass me, Carcat. Honored, in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction. But your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated.
This might be a good backup thumbnail for later, while I drink some water. Oh, it's very cold water. Oh, it's very cold. And some bread. Because I haven't eaten today. I had to record Distant Quest and then figure out the whole appointment thing. Excuse me. It's in my nature, Seb. I just don't eat. I'm sorry. I don't have time. I don't have time. I wanted to get things recorded because I'm not gonna have time to edit today. Because I also have D&D tonight that I need to prepare for. And then I have to go to the doctor and get tested. And I had to... it's been a shit show. Anyway, Carcat's freaking out.
Excuse me, Miss Leader. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting.
Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion.
A promotion to what?
Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. The answer is very soon. As soon as Egbert and Alon get here, which should be right about...
Yeah, I know it's online. It's been online for the last 2 years. But this page isn't secured either. Get your shit together. Homestuck. Hot damn.
Just give it another second or two. Right.
Vriska?
Right about...
Yeah, can we maybe buzz out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I take a look in the fridge?
There are no drinks in the fridge.
What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed the part about that part of the conversation. Hunk! Oh. Yeah, never mind.
Shut the fuck up. They're here.
Oh. It's like they ever... Yeah, no, you're not wrong, Seb. Look at them. Look at them.
Hi, John.
Look at them and their blob sprites.
Whoa. Hi, everybody.
Wow. Wow. He's really here, isn't he? Hey, John. Wow. Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude fuck. Say hello. Oh, yeah. Hey, John. What's up?
Hey, Dave. Not much. Hi again, Carcat. I only saw you like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was years ago for you. Dang. You've probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There will be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everyone else, too. Oh, man, I miss y'all so much, even the people I don't know very well or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend, and we just went on a crazy adventure together to save the timeline and come find you all. So here we are. Hi.
Aw. Oh, the fucking blobs. Boy, look at just look the faces that they're making. Aw. Dash. Doof. What a sweet reunion.
Aww.
What you doing there, John?
Oh, hey, Terezi.
Hello, Egbert.
Guess our plan worked out pretty well, huh? This session is in much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out. You're welcome. I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were as much the beneficiary of your future self's crafty schemes as I was, so don't get too smug. No, I'm pretty comfortable being smug and taking credit for future me's ideas.
Alright, that's a ban. Where the hell's the ban button? There it is. Fuck off! Even though it's a bot, they can't hear me. Oh, where the hell was I?
I've always been on excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously.
Early stream, salsa. I got things to do. Fuck.
Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the scarf agenda wasn't really your idea per se, but do you have any idea what all that stuffed dragon shit was about? Did that, like, actually serve a purpose in the timeline, or were you just trying to fuck with me?
I try to be quick. I gotta moderate my own shit.
I was almost certainly fucking with you. Okay, wow, great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Terezi. That was a really awesome use of our time. I'm glad we are in complete agreement. Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Terezi, what stupid thing did you make John do? I sent him on a few totally indispensable mission-critical errands is all. No big deal. Yeah, forget it. Yeah, forget it. Long story short is I got owned at the end. By the way, good to see you again, Vriska. Good to see you too, John. It's cool that you're alive now, instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think your, ways probably are more valuable to have here in the land of the living. At least, I hope so. I couldn't agree more.
They are the exact same fucking voice, just the attitude behind them. Hey, Raven, glad you can make it. Hope y'all are doing alright. Same with you, Salsa. The hell was I?
I never got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously, because I was unconscious, but thanks for that. I was being an idiot and deserved it. And as a bonus, it apparently saved my life, so thanks. You're a real friend. Don't mention it. I received quite a few beatings in my time, and not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me on the road to becoming the impeccably evolved person I am now. So, by that measure, it was probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life. That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch to the face, just let me know. I'm your man. Rose! Hi, John. Hi! Nice to see you, alive and well again. Not to mention in the correct timeline. Yes, you did it. I'm still a bit unclear on exactly what it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it. Yeah! Thank you for returning with my Roxy. Thank you for returning with my Roxy, is obviously the remark I meant to say, and is the statement of a reasonable person. Of course! Really, it is good to see you. I'd give you a hello hug, but you seem kind of tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. Hello, Jake, right? Yes? You sent me a letter once, right? In the box full of weapons and rabbit? Oh, yeah, that was me. Thanks for that. That was cool. Really, made me really curious to meet you. Right. Me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter I mean that didn't, make me, I mean, I always was curious to, doggone it. What? Just, I had stuff I wanted to say when we met. There's so many people here. Sorry. Oh, that's right, username. Have a good one. Glad you could stop by for a little bit. It's okay. I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man. Oh, roger that. Oh, hey, Tavros. Looks like you're here too? Hell. Definitely. But don't worry. I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as you want. That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Hi, Dave.
Hey, bro.
You're back and alive, all because of me.
I guess the thing we're all accepting is true, yeah?
It's okay, there's no need to thank me.
I mean, I wasn't going to, but, like, not as a means of being an arbitrary dick to my number one childhood pal from the past. I have literally no first-hand cognizance of ever being in danger. I just fucked around on a meter for a bunch of years. And here I am, and so are you, which I think is pretty dope.
It is very dope. Hey, Carcat, don't let me hang in here.
What?
There's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I'll have to hang in there just for you, but you are leaving me high and dry here, dude.
Carcat, holy shit, where are your manners? Leaving a fist unbumped like this is, like that, this is a new low. Oh my god, you didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things, and then re-offered your fist to me the moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw you with my own eyes.
Carcat, wow, that is really pedantic. Pedantic. And now you actually are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges.
God damn it, here. That'd be a good thumbnail. Shit. Straight to the rescue. The fist bump has been secured.
Dave, no, fuck! I wanted to do it on my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real.
Oh, it's real, buddy.
No, I'm going to fist bump you later when I'm feeling it, but it's going to be fucking natural. Mark my words.
We'll see, Carcat. We'll see.
Wrecked.
Hey, Dave, why is Jade asleep? And also T-Nana, or Jane, I mean.
Oh, yeah, Vriska had to knock them out.
What? Why?
They're kicking up a ruckus.
Can you wake them up? Don't wake them up!
Yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on. Gotta keep them napping, especially Jade. I'm sure you know what kind of crooked-ass baloney fuck power she's got. Can't let her turn those against us again. Against us. Again. Fucking hell, I can't read. John's hot mom, yeah. I fucking forgot about that. It's last week and I forgot about it. Was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago? I'm bad with time. I'm not a hero of time, clearly. What the hell was I?
Right.
She should be pretty excited to see you, though.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but apparently along the way our version of John died, so she made this whole trip without you.
Oh, no!
Yeah, this timeline was gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess, but then you sort of Deus Ex'd out of nowhere and spared us those sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex shit when you were just a normal John. You always were all zipping around all like like a nerdy hyper god saving everything from whatever. But from our standpoint, you just kind of yanked yourself out of random ass nothing. But hey, you know what? I'll take it.
Man, I had no idea. I guess that's what Typhoeus meant? That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all the time on the ship thinking I was dead. I mean, I guess I was dead, but you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for a second just so she can see I'm alright?
Feel free, but I have a feeling you'll just be joining her nap if you try.
Darn. I guess we'll have to catch up later? Hey, what about Dave Sprite?
Dead?
No, that sucks too.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess?
It's a weird subject for me. Like, the guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? I mean, that was his whole thing, right?
I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, even if he isn't the real Dave. I can't even bad for ever thinking of him as as a less real version, actually.
Yeah, he's me and exactly what I would be like if I was a moping existential bird, so it's kind of embarrassing to even talk about, okay? I guess it is sad, but, you know, a lot of versions of me have died. Lots of versions of all of us, including you. Isn't what's important that certain dubiously categorized iterations of ourselves are all alive here and now and hanging out?
Yeah, I guess that is what's important. I guess there'll be time to reflect on everything that was lost later, like dead time clones and double dead ghosts or other such hogwash. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for us to catch up on. I don't even know where to start. It's overwhelming.
Don't stress over it. We still have some time to kill before shit starts getting real in this session. At least, according to our Vriska in chief.
What do you mean?
All the bad guys are still just outside the Incyposphere. They won't converge here until a few hours or so. So let's all just sit back a while and shoot the shit. And I do mean empty our clips into the shit. Like, really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again and commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill tactical exhortations.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, I got mine on that one. What the fuck is this? Good grief. Okay. You are confronted with an especially empowering character selection menu. 8 choices? Free will has done it again. It has caused you to feel alarmed and anxious, but maybe, just maybe, slightly excited as well. You cautiously click on a batch of teens to discover your true feelings. 8 possible options is actually kind of a lot now that you think about it. It may be easy to forget to click some of them. To make absolutely sure you click on all teen batches before proceeding, you check to see if the links below are purple first. If any of them are blue, it means you didn't read those, and you probably should before continuing. Wow, free will sure is a lot of responsibility and hard work. Alright, we're just going to go right to left.
So tell me about your ridiculous meteor journey. The Dave from the bad timeline told me some funny stories when we got together on the grassy hill planet, but we weren't actually hanging out for that long, so I didn't hear much. Also, I'm mostly sure Vriska wasn't alive during their trip.
Oh, well, let me tell you, Vriska was most certainly alive during this one. Like, almost extra alive, if that's possible.
I think I know what you mean. I spent a lot of time with her when she was a ghost, and, let's just say whatever her morality status is, she makes her presence hard to ignore.
Yes, yes, I love this. Can we spend our whole reminiscence just destroying Vriska slightly above audible level?
Slightly? Carcat, you only have 1 volume setting.
Wow, fuck you!
Okay, dude, maybe let's not spend our pal time trash talking Circuit, if only because there's no way you're not getting repeatedly trounced exactly just like that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll chill out. You're right, Dave, as usual.
Wow, Carcat, for a funny shouty guy, you backed down on that really fast. I'm almost a bit disappointed. I was looking forward to more of your patented ravings.
Hey, guy, glad you could make it. Glad to see you. Did I say right to left? I always say that. Fucking idiot. I switch up my cardinal directions all the fucking time. I say right when I mean left. I'm not dyslexic. I don't know. Is dyslexia even a thing? I don't flip things in my head. I know this is left. I know this is right. But whenever I mention it or bring it up in conversation, I go, yeah, we got to go right to left on this. And I will mean go left to right. I don't know what it fucking is. Or like, I'll be like, yeah, we got to go west. When I mean we got to go east. It happens all the fucking time. And I don't know what it is.
How's it going with one of your patented ravings?
Hey, John Fuckbird, I'll have you know I'm a little more mature and reasonable than the last time you saw me. I'm a lot more than me. Than Mr. Hollersponge One Note, and anyone who disputes this can cordially invite me to play their dirty seed flap like a discount harmonica.
Oh, well, I'm sold.
Seriously though, it's pretty cool to finally meet you. I mean, under more civil, rational circumstances. Unlike whatever the fuck that brief encounter was 3 years ago, where you KO'd Vriska and then poofed your flimsy ass in the fuck all continuum. I know I seemed really mad about that at the time, for whatever reason, but really, I've had so many boring hours on that meteor to spend barely reflecting on the roughly 10,000 ways I don't give the slightest fuck about whatever idiotic twist of fate transpired back there.
Okay.
I'm completely over it. I'm over a lot of things, actually.
You are?
Yeah, like, remember back when I was yelling at you all the time from my computer? Back then I probably would have felt nervous or awkward about this encounter because of, well, you know.
No?
I was hitting on you briefly and in a very confusing, non-chronological way without even quite realizing how badly I was shoving my strut pod down my own statement tunnel. Dude. I mean, until you mercifully and with a fair amount of tact shut me down. Don't you remember?
Maybe?
How can you remember that?
I don't know, it was a long time ago, and we had a lot of ridiculous conversations.
Okay, well, maybe it was a bigger deal for me than it was for you. I mean, obviously it was. That's the sort of the whole point. But the real point is, or that I was trying to make, is that it isn't a big deal anymore, because I'm over it.
Karkat, what the fuck are you doing?
What? I'm talking quite casually about some shit that's not a big deal. And the point is that it's not a big deal anymore, so I'm just casually saying that. God.
Okay, it's not an unreasonable conversation to have, but like, we just started friend jamming about past anecdotes to get us all up to speed or whatever, and you're already trucking out these guns.
Guns? What guns?
Just saying, it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound that casual. No big deal. If you keep saying it's casual, no big deal. Oh, and also, it's the first fucking thing out of your mouth to John in 3 years.
Sorry. I'm so truly fucking sorry. I forgot there was such an outstandingly smooth pile of shit in a cape within my judgment radius.
No, I mean, I think I remember. I think you were, black flirting with me or something, but it's in backwards order and while constantly yelling. And I didn't really even know what that was. And then I told you I wasn't homosexual, so it was kind of a moot point, but also you didn't even know what that was either?
Yes, that's basically what happened, and that is exactly what I was trying to say. I was over and wasn't a big deal anymore, but now it's a big deal again, I guess. That's fucking great. Thanks, Dave.
Yo, I'm hardly one to talk here since I'm a goddamn geyser of hilariously self-pulverized and Freudian bloopers. At this point, I can't even pretend to keep a lid on on any shit I've got in me, because I know sooner or later during one of my rad soliloquies, I'll just pratfall butt backwards in an embarrassing admission, and I just have to be like, yeah, okay, that's my shit, that's what I'm about, let's just get the fuck on with our lives. So when John's like, hey man, so John's all like, hey man, I know you're all locked and loaded with some stuff about how you're over him and go on and on about it. It's like some way obvious protest, too much shit. And everybody knows it, so I don't see how it salvages any of your dignity or whatever to pretend that's not what's happening.
Oh my fucking God.
So what I'm saying is if you're so eager to push this out there,
I'm not pushing this out there.
If you're pushing this out there, which you are, then maybe we should rap about it. I mean, discuss it critically and earnestly, not drop ill rhymes or anything, though. That could be sweet, though. So, are you sure you still don't have these unreconciled black rum feelings about John? I say we air this out before it ferments in some rank and hella unexamined feeling sauce.
Dave, I think you're making Karkat uncomfortable. Are you being a wise guy and trying to make us uncomfortable?
No, I don't do that to bros. That's huge uncool. I don't see what has to be uncomfortable about chatting out our true ass thoughts and emotions. Dude, you clearly had a spades thing for John, but I don't recall you ever bringing it up. Is this something you've been thinking about all this time, or
no, not really.
Yeah, we could have talked about this. I have all kinds of shit to say about John, seeing as he was my #1 dude for approximately the majority of 13 years. The main dead end here, man, is like nothing personal at all. It's just that he is literally incapable of hating anyone.
I know that. That is the exact fucking thing I knew and understood, and why I felt so stupid about it in hindsight.
Well, not that I really want to egg on this train of thought, but I don't know if that's quite true.
It's not.
I can get really angry and hate stuff too, just like you. But I think only in extreme cases. The skull guy and suspenders I got really pissed off at. And I'm 100% sure that was hate. That hate was platonic.
Getting pissed off at a suspender dude sounds like sounds like just the sort of yarn I want to be all ears for some reason, for some time. But okay, that's something to work with. Hey, Karkat, maybe there's some hope, yet maybe it's not a total lost cause.
Okay, Dave, it definitely sounds like you're trying to own us now.
Own? What? No way. I'm being a real ass motherfucker. I'm being real as a motherfucker. Excuse me.
Being able to hate things, I think, is the smaller part of the equation. What about the other part? Don't you think that's a little more significant?
What part?
The part about not being a homosexual.
John, dude, I gotta say, when you talk about being or not being a homosexual, you kind of sound like a corny old man.
Wait, why? No, that's a normal thing. That's a normal way of putting it. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to say, right? When that's how you are?
Somebody fucking kill me. What does normal mean, though? Normal was some crap that ruled our dead civilization. We left that behind years ago. It's all a huge pile of shit that doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. So then you're saying, what are you saying?
I'm not sure, I guess. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think it's all as simple as you think it is. Or maybe not, like, actively think it is, but continue to assume it is on account of not thinking about it much. Due to a lot of junk that, junk about the subject that gets shoved into our brains from movies and stuff while we're just dumb kids. I'm just saying, it probably isn't as absolute or simplistic as the way you've been framing it. Or maybe it is for you personally, I don't know. I'm just guessing you haven't spent much time thinking about it, if only because all the stuff we read and watched suggests that, like, even examining your honest thoughts about it is a perilous road to go down. Because if you actually think too much about it, without always having the undercurrent of, haha, nope, 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 then what happens? What if it turns out you're like...
Like?
Like, not exactly the way you thought you were? Or maybe not so much that, as old presumptions about what you were turned out to be not that relevant. Why? Why are these words happening in our conversation? I don't know, man. I'm not sure what you've been doing for the last 3 years, all riding a large boat and saving everyone from apocalypse or whatever, but I've had a fuck ton of time on my hands to think about stuff. About stuff I've said and done in the past, why I said and did them. A lot of things I once would have insisted were, like, part of my brand and helped me come across cool and smart-assy. But now I'm not so sure. We used to rip on each other all the time for being gay, even though we knew we weren't, which of course is what made it funny, remember?
Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty funny sometimes. It was just a lot of joking around.
Yeah, I know. This is a fucking novel of a dialogue. It frankly is funny to say how gay something is sometimes. And let's face it, sometimes someone or something is just flat out really fucking gay. And there's no two ways about it. It's more like that through the preponderance of all that jokey shit and an underlying implication that it's all lame stuff for pansies, but not like us. No, we're not lame, and haha, that's the joke. Which thrives on this, like, double-buried implication that the real cool shit is found on this absurd, wanky ideal about masculinity, which, if you think about it, is 1, dumb as fuck, 2, the male adult adulation of masculinity to that extent, to be honest, is pretty fucking gay unto itself, and 3, was always some totally impossible shit for us to live up to anyway. I think I was mixed up with the same phony ideals about heroism, like living up the storybook idea of what a hero to me feels almost interchangeable with living up to the society snapshot of what a hard manly dude should be. I stopped pretending I could ever live to either thing a while ago, and mainly have spent time looking back on the sheer magnitude of all my joking around. I used to lambast fuckers left and right, grinding them into the pavement over how gay they probably were and how much they were quite possibly jonesing to kiss some dudes or such. And I don't really feel bad about it in the sense that it was jerky or, like, insensitive necessarily, even though I guess it maybe was. More that I feel like it was probably transparent. A massive front of outrageous snark disguised a lot of insecurity, like a fucking cover-up. As long as I kept clowning hard about it, I didn't have to think about it or face my actual beliefs. That's funny. That's really cute.
Dave, that's cool and all, and I think I mostly agree. But, how do I put this? Are you gay now?
What? No. The words. Why won't the words stop? Dear God.
I don't know, it sounds to me like you're trying to tell me something here.
Man, no, look.
I mean, it's okay if you're gay now, that's totally cool, if true. I just think you turning gay would be kind of a weird consequence of me changing the timeline around. Okay, not weird, just unexpected. I don't know. I don't know what I did that would account for that. Maybe saving one of Terezi's plush toys to some goofy homosexual butterfly effect thing on you? Jeez, who knows?
Dude, you aren't listening. Although a gay butterfly effect is a pretty funny idea, let's not dismiss that as a concept altogether. Anyway, maybe what I'm trying to say is sort of getting lost in the weeds here. The fact that you were wondering if I turned gay makes me think maybe you're still not quite on the wavelength I'm trying to ramble on here. Maybe we should wrestle this topic to the ground another time. There's a lot more I'd want to say, but this is probably not the venue. I mean, not literally wrestle the ground, because that is maybe literally the gayest course of action we could possibly take, but you know what I mean. Yes, later. Talk later, because then the words would stop. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
That's fine. We can talk about anything you want, anytime. I'm just still confused about what you're getting at is all. Like, what is the bottom line here? Are you actually attracted to boys now? Did you, like, date any boys?
By
But there weren't even that many boys on that meteor? Well, there's the clown guy, but I don't really see you and him. That really only leaves... Were you and Carcat? Are you and Carcat? Like...
No. I retreat to my safe place. And yet the words, the stupid fucking prattle jockeying like rowdy barn beasts, up against the partitions of good fucking sense and the most basic of personal boundaries, the goddamn blither of tactless nincompoops, how it continues to haunt my wretched ears. The words spill over the side of this enchanted metal frog discus like a babbling spring in a mythical forest governed by a guild of gossip-hungry lobotomy hobbits. This deluge of words leaked from the incontinent crevices of two brainless gushing yammer twats. It overfloweth. Oh, how it overfloweth, sucking my gray practical pair of pants, the leggings of a simple man, a humble man. It then continues its downward trickle, dousing my unremarkable shirt, the serviceable garment of your average attorney Joe, chilling the frail torso beneath, a pathetic duffel of meat racked with heavy sobs caused by words which continue to drip and sluice and spill, threatening to drown me, pledging to, promising, and yet I will not drown. Why would I drown? Please let me drown. Let me drown so the words will be no more.
Dave, I'm pretty sure we're making Carcat uncomfortable now.
Yeah, maybe we should drop this.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever picked up on this from him, but he's a pretty sensitive guy.
What?
No. It's true. He's pretty much the easiest dude to rip on and makes for an irresistible target, but yeah, also doesn't know where to draw the line. Really don't want to actually, like, upset him.
Yeah, me neither.
What the fuck is he doing? Man, I don't know. That's just his regular shit. Like, an everyday occurrence, but with different bodily positions and geographic configurations.
I see.
Bro, will you get the fuck up here?
No.
Okay, suit yourself. Anyway, as you can see, I've been spending probably way too much time with trolls. It messes with you. Kind of gets you thinking about stuff, you know?
I can imagine. I think life was a lot more boring on the ship. But we talked about you a lot. We would always wonder how you and Rose were managing to get along with all those crazy trolls. I think mostly we pictured a lot of arguments.
That's not too far off.
I'm still getting used to having such insane, limitless powers that let me go anywhere I want. It's simply to go to the time periods like yours and find out what I missed, but I don't want to mess with too much anymore. It seems like I got the timeline in to a nice, stable place as it is. So I guess I just have to do what any regular guy does and imagine fondly what it would be like if I got to travel with you guys. I wonder if I would have gotten, like, absorbed in troll culture too? Or troll ways of thinking?
It's really inevitable. You pick up the lingo, they pick up yours. It's like a stupid cultural melange of, after a while, that barely makes any sense from either frame of reference.
I wonder if I would have learned to understand black romance. It's such a goofy idea, but it seems pretty important to trolls.
They take all their quadrants pretty seriously, to be honest.
Yeah. Years ago when we first met the trolls, I remember being pretty fascinated by all our cultural differences. When Carcat and Vriska were telling me about them, I remember really sincerely trying to understand it all from their point of view. It's hard, though. I still think about the idea of black romance sometimes, and I try to imagine how that really works. Or feels. I don't know. Do you understand it?
Yeah, I've spent enough time talking about it where I think I get it. But I've never had any cause or any real inclination to put it into practice or anything.
Maybe the idea of hating somebody and translating that into attraction and some kind of romantic feeling, it feels so alien to me. And you're right, I have a really hard time even hating anyone in the first place. Word. I mean, I get annoyed by people, sure.
Like who? Me?
No, not really. Well, sometimes, but not much. I always tend to exaggerate my grievances with you for the sake of laughs. A better example is, more recently when I was doing my retcon mission, I was getting really annoyed with Roxy and her mind games.
Yup.
It definitely never crossed the line to hate, though, because we were working together to try and fix a dire situation, and even though she's weird and insane, she's otherwise a pretty good friend. But all her needling and japes and totally inappropriate times, when there was so much on the line, it was so frustrating.
Egbert, I have news for you.
Whoa, he's back. All right, set up and everything.
I heard you were talking about quadrants, so I decided to pause my tantrum. John, all you're doing here is describing the subtle feelings which plant the seed of having a caligenous crush on someone.
What?
You heard me. You are naively admitting to struggling with some black feelings for Terezi. So, there you go. Question answered. Turns out you are perfectly capable of black romance.
No!
A fair rebuttal. That's it. Good point. However, consider this counterpoint. Yes?
But I don't hate her. I'm sure I never will. I'm just saying I find her, like, somewhat annoying and really aggravating a lot of the time, but that's it.
But that's exactly what the feeling is. It doesn't start out as a full-blown antipathy, and it rarely even reaches such an extreme level of hostility even over long-term black relationships. There are peaks to it, but otherwise a general ebb and flow to the dark feelings, just like with flushed relationships.
Okay, but I don't know if I'm expressing myself clearly. I felt aggravated by her a lot, but that doesn't fully describe... Like, there were those negative feelings, but also... But...
Yeah, that's it, right there. The but is always part of it. What you're trying to say is you had frustrated negative emotions toward her, but they don't comprehensively account for your attitude toward her. Meaning, there are some things about her you actually like, but the negative feelings make it hard for you to put your finger on them, or even want to acknowledge them. That is absolutely standard. What good would it be having a Cosmesis who didn't possess qualities you actually admired on some level? That'd be boring, and it wouldn't even work. There'd be no tension, no push and pull in the turbulent emotional landscape. The subtle positives add fuel to the negative feelings, often giving them a reason to exist at all. They inflame the aggravating factors, reminding you deep down how much you would like and admire this person if it wasn't for all their infuriating flaws, and the incredible sense of frustration that causes all along with all the associated hot-headed feelings. That's the essence of black romance. And the positive qualities you see deep down in the Cosmesis also serve as the basis for red feelings toward that person, assuming the relationship even starts to vacillate. It's all pretty straightforward, really.
No, this is messed up.
I don't know, John. It all sounds pretty logical to me. Gargat knows the shit when it comes to quadrants.
It can't be true, though. It feels so fucked up. What if you're right, though? No.
That's part of it too. The no is all part of the feeling. That's how it always goes. This sense of self-incrimination when it's dawning on you that you have these conflicting feelings towards someone who bugs you so much. Oh my god, this whole reaction is so fucking textbook. It's hilarious, really.
It's fucked up, though.
It's supposed to feel fucked up.
Oh, man. I just wanted to have a nice catch-up chat, not get so transparently owned at trollmances.
It happens to the best of us sooner or later. This crap is kind of old hat to me by now, but I get why you're kind of freaking out, freckling at the implications here. You didn't have years of living with trolls to kind of normalize the stuff.
I don't think I want it to feel normalized, though. I'm not ready to, admit that. I have some warped spade crush on her, based on some feeling I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Oh, God, what if it's true? I have to try as hard as I can to suppress this feeling and make sure I never think about it again.
Okay, sounds like a weenie thing to do, but sure, have fun with that.
Fuck. Yeah, probably. Just, please don't tell me about this, okay, guys?
John, you have to remind us about one of the most fundamental statuses of the bro code, which is practically fucking scripture on my planet, dating back hundreds of millennia. Dave and I fucking sleep and breathe the bro code, and all of its clauses, no matter how fine the print. Feel free to come and talk to us about this anytime. Your secrets will always be safe.
Dude, that sentiment is well and good, but when you're pledging a vow of secrecy, maybe you should try to keep it down a little.
Damn. Yeah, sorry.
It's still going. Fucking hell.
This is...
Poor John. He wasn't expecting an existential romantic crisis. What you got here? Don't pick Gargat to talk. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's the worst thing you could do.
This is really confusing, though. Assuming you're right, and I am busted on having those feelings, and I'm not even saying you aren't, but I thought humans were supposed to be able to feel stuff like that.
Like what exactly?
Like, perceive and feel romantic stuff in the same way trolls do. Because we're aliens to each other. Well, okay, humans can feel the gay stuff pretty often, but I guess. But I didn't think we could feel the spade stuff, though. I don't know, I just thought it was some screwy biological difference.
Nah, I disagree. Both humans and trolls are emotionally versatile sentient beings that can feel many hells of different things.
You're probably right. You would know better than me, at least.
That's always a smart fallback position, by the way. Especially on rap. I could school you on rap, too. Are you confused about rap?
No, Dave, I think I'm pretty squared away on rap. At least for now.
So, this has been a hell of a reminiscence so far.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, I wasn't actually intended to fork this, instantaneously in the direction of some, legitimately sincere dialogue on fucking sexuality and romance. I didn't plan on this, dude. You gotta believe me.
I believe you. It's been cool, though.
Yeah. Did we cover everything?
Probably not. Oh, right, you did Jade for a while, so there's that.
What?
I mean, Dave probably did.
Oh.
And of course, I mean, the one from my time. Obviously not the one from this time. Who died, I guess, before that happened.
Right.
Man, that still seems so sad. I guess even when you fix things, not everything can be perfect.
Yeah. So how'd that go? Me and Jade. Or, him and Jade.
Okay, I guess. My sense was it was kind of dramatic overall. I'm not sure it was the best relationship, probably because of Dave Sprite's, unique issues. But there were a lot of fun memories. I'll tell you about them sometime. Maybe when Jade is awake, because I'm sure she'd want to know too.
Yeah. Hey, the girl you came with. Rose's mom.
Roxy?
Yeah. What's she like?
She's nice. Really nice. She's fun and easy to talk to. It almost feels like she has always been one of our friends, you know?
Thank you for the follow, Gecko Fangs.
Welcome. One of our friends, you know?
Yeah. How long have you and she actually been traveling together? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day.
Not too long. We only met like a day ago. I mean, from my perspective. Huh. She's been through some really difficult stuff recently. Well, we both have, actually. But I feel like it was all a bit more personal for her. Being on her adventure, then suddenly losing all her friends and watching Rose die right there, while she'd been kind of viewing Rose as a version of her mom. I was just some goofball drifting randomly here and there between realities, so I was mostly just confused by everything. But for her, I could tell it was all really devastating. I'm so happy she gets to be with Rose again, not to mention all her other friends. For some reason, I feel happier for her getting to reunite with people she lost than I do for myself. Sounds like you like her. I do! No, I mean, actually, like her. Oh! I don't know, maybe.
Finally got caught up? Well, hey, glad you could get caught up on everything.
There's a lot to catch up on.
Wow, dude, after one day, maybe you should slow your roll.
I didn't say I did, though!
I'm joking, it's fine, who cares?
Oh, okay.
She's my mom, isn't she?
Man, I'm not sure if we should keep thinking about all our relations that way.
Why?
It's kind of weird.
Is it? Do you feel weird about dating my mom? Is that it?
I'm not dating her, though!
But if you did. But if you did, though. I love the turn there. It's like, but really? Then you wouldn't want to think of her like that because of the familial weird times it evokes?
Jeez, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for every single deep conversation we can squeeze in this wacky rapid-fire session of fun pal talk.
Okay, but I think I like thinking of her as my mom, even if it's a little weird.
You do? Why?
Not sure. I never even stopped and thought about it before. The idea of what it would be like to have a mom, instead of a hyper-aggressive lunatic of an adult male guardian. I never let myself give it a second of consideration. But now, seeing her actually here, even though she's just some teen girl I never met, I like the idea. It's nice.
Okay, that's actually kind of cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it kind of fucking is.
Alright, well, no matter what happens, it's okay if you want to think of her that way.
Sweet. What a nice conversation. What a nice conversation. Let's go to the lawns and then Kanaya. It's tacked on there. I'm sorry. Oh, that's Roxy, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
For stammering all being an agog grinning idiot. I just cannot actually believe you are here and you are real and here and alive and not dying, and so am I. Here with you, I mean, plus sharing all those mentioned attributes.
I can't believe it either.
I have so much to say, I think.
Well, Lon is part of the, or Kanaya is part of the lawns. You are correct there, Ben.
I have so much to say, I think, even though I can't think of the stuff at the moment.
I know what you mean.
I hope it's okay if I just sit near you, not being especially articulate for a bit.
That is more than okay. As long as you are willing to similarly excuse the spectacular demise of my capacity for artful self-expression.
OMG, you're Dirk. Wow, I just caught it. Wow. You sound so much like him. Oh my god, that's too perfect and cute.
Dirk?
I can't get over it now. I can't unhear it. Even your voice sounds like kind of like his, but it's just girl Dirk. LMAO, wow, yes.
He sounds like a hell of a guy. Okay. Oh no.
Oh, you have no idea.
Well, I'm told he should be arriving here in a little while. If he's anything like Dave's late older brother, and if he's anything like me, which he apparently is, then this is when I'm guessing the real party will begin.
I'm ready.
I want to know things about him, such as if he shares his elder counterpart's avarice for soft puppet ass, and if that, combined with his myriad vaguely unsettling psychological peculiarities, could occupy a dedicated team of therapists for years. The answer is yes and yes. Knowing this amuses me for some reason. But mainly, there are things I want to know about you. I presume there will be plenty of time later to hound my biological father for the dirt on his proclivities.
What do you want to know about me?
Everything. I think the main difficulty in deciding what to ask is in sifting questions I would have for my mother. That is to say, the woman who raised me, from the questions I have for you.
Well, I didn't raise you or anything, but I can sincerely take a crack at both kinds of questions.
Okay. Do you really like wizards?
Rose.
Yes?
Rose. I fucking love wizards.
I see. As odd as it sounds, that actually does go pretty far in letting me know something about both of you.
Oh?
My relationship with her was complicated, but I've come to see that as mostly my fault. I was too young to understand her.
I never even got the chance to understand my mom, or grown-up you, I didn't get to misunderstand her in person, more like as a legendary figure, because I grew up 400 years after she died.
Ah, right. I think I'm going to have to call the contest early. Yours is the more interesting biography, by quite a lot.
Not really. Not to me, at least. I was lonely. I thought about her a lot to pass the time. She was amazing, at least according to history. She wrote hella books about wizards and wrote a genocidal fat man down a waterfall of blood.
She wrote hella books about wizards?
Yeah, they were famous and good and everything.
It sounds like I fumbled into the wrong line of work. There's no money in the Sburb business. Well, there is. It just comes in incredibly stupid denominations, which are not particularly useful. Do you have copies of these books? I don't know what happened to Kanaya's voice there. The fact that Rose and Kanai have basically the same fucking voice.
Yes, I do. There are copies back on my planet. Assuming John didn't retcon their way like a book thieving sneak. I would really love to read them sometime if you wouldn't mind. No, not at all. By the way, this is Kanaya. Sorry for the combination of bad manners and general dumbfoundedness, which precluded a more timely introduction. Hello. Hey, that's a nice name, and also you're pretty. Thank you. I admire the aesthetics of your name and appearance as well, and in no small part due to their respective similarity to your daughters. Wow, man, that was some of both a convoluted thing to say, yet smooth as hell. I'm impressed. Welcome to Merriam City, population a whole lot of great remarks like that. But yes, I'll get you those books. They're great. They made me want to write my own wizard books. Did you? Yeah, sorta. Could I read them? Hey, you got to read mine. Yeah, but you were like an old pro when you wrote yours. They're a freaking masterpiece wizard fix. They won Pulitzers and shit. Did they really? I don't know, probably. Oh. I don't know, they're just very, very good. So the ancient prize scholars, I'm sure, were like, dude, these wizards are very, very fucking good. Give them all the awards, then shut down their awards, but not because of the looming apocalypse, just because I literally cannot do better than these wizards. I can live with that. It's always been one of my professional goals to write tales of magical men so provocative they would cause the permanent and unceremonious dissolution of at least one prestigious award. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know, I guess you can see, but it's a pale ghost of a story compared to your stuff, and it's also, kind of weird. I like weird. Yeah, just, your opinion means a lot to me, and I'm nervous you might think it sucks. But I never even wrote the masterpieces you read. I think you may have a view of my abilities which I haven't earned yet. Really, I'm not that good. I have my own story drafts which you can read if you like. They're nothing special, frankly. Oh, really? Oh man, okay, then that sounds fun. If during your manuscript exchange you need someone to read over your shoulder, say, to proofread, or to purge each sentence of punctuation and capitalize the first letter of every word, I'd be happy to volunteer. Strictly professionally, of course, and not because I really want to read your wizard things too. I really want to read your wizard things too. I hope that's okay. Yeah, sure, it's okay. Sorry, me and Rose are rambling away here to each other. We don't mean to be excluding you. It's fine. I'm thoroughly enjoying my role as a spectator. I know that Rose has been looking forward to this a lot, and fucking hell. And that she receives similarly vicarious and politely passive enjoyment from the interactions I had with my ancestor. So now I will just resume the politely passive part of it. You don't gotta jump in whenever you're feeling it. I love meeting new trolls. Well, at least when they're not evil or something. Not them. Love them, not evil trolls, like the cranky one over there in Rad Rudy Shades. Rad Rudy Shades. Terezi, yeah, she's a boss. That's a pretty fair way to describe the attitude of anyone higher than me on the human spectrum, but yes, you're right. Oh, also, lest we forget dear Fefida. Fefida? Do you mean Fefri? No, Fefida! She was a dear, precious soul. Dear, sweet, precious Fefida. She was my sprite. Guess she never happened in this version of stuff, though? Dang, that's sad, but maybe not quite as sad as her existing then exploding? I'm confused. Wonder what even else is different. Well, you died too. I did? Yes, while pushing me out of the way of a fork. So thank you for that, retroactively, and to a different version of you. Jeez. Yeah, I had a really similar thing happen in my timeline, also involving a fork. And even though you're okay now, it's still almost too sad to even talk about. Yeah, we didn't get to exchange even a single word before you were gone. All I could think was, how can this be happening again? Luckily, the sense of misery was short-lived, though. It wasn't long before I was informed the incident was part of something bigger taking shape, and that John was on his way with a different version of you. I had no idea what a different version actually entailed, but I wasn't about to quibble. I was so relieved. Same. Although, instead of waiting for you to come back, I had to jump through all these hoops with John. I went through some, different stuff. I may have thrown an impromptu funeral for your alt-you dead body. You did? Yep. Sorry if that sounds weird. And I knew I was coming to meet a new version of you, but it helped me with, feelings about people I left behind. A funeral? Wow, Sorry for this, if it comes off as odd, but that is so mom of you. Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. I like your mom. Me too.
This is a very sweet conversation.
I don't mean to be too analytical about getting to know you, really. I guess comparisons are a little hard for me to avoid, since the adult version of you played such a significant role in my life.
Thanks to all the trauma, yeah.
So I can't help seeing the similarities when they are there. But also you're so clearly your own person, shaped by your own experiences, and that
and that is the person I would prefer to get to know, rather than a young avatar for the memory of my departed parent. Yet, this is the context which somewhat inescapably colors my perception of what you reveal. So, while some of his observations are in the vein of predictable, charmingly so, mind you, others I regard as surprising.
What about me is surprising?
Well, you aren't. You don't quite seem like a person who... I don't want to ask anything that would sound rude to you or spiteful to her, because I don't feel that conflicted about this anymore, particularly since I had my own troubles with it, so it would be pretty hypocritical.
Conflicted about what?
Let me back up a little. It was a long ride on that meteor. One experiences things over a few years, given a lot of time to think, changes and such. About halfway through, I started thinking more about Mom and about you, knowing that I'd probably meet you and, I don't know, live up to that experience? It's silly, but I'm guessing you understand what I mean. Basically, I was just nervous, and it was all mixed up with feelings of conflict and remorse over my mother, who, to my hazy preteen recollection, never wasted a day in my life on sobriety. She and her habit put all those days to quite effective use, actually, and I don't even quite remember the thought process that led to this, but I sort of ran with it too. The habit, I mean, for a while at least. I was still distraught about losing her and wanted to understand her, to connect with her in some way, and I guess that was the only idea I had, and on some level, I think connecting with her was also a way of preparing myself to meet you, even though that probably makes no sense, since you aren't literally her and don't share all her... I guess I shouldn't speak for you, though.
So you're saying you're surprised I'm unlike her in that way because I don't seem like someone who'd get drunk off her ass all the time? Well, I guess I should be flattered if you really think so, but... wrong. So, you... My story's kind of like yours. I had a mom I never knew and wanted to feel close to her however I could. I grew up mostly unsupervised in her old house, and had all this old stuff in it, plus some old booze squirreled away here and there. And I just, started to, even though I was way too young for shit like that. Whoops! And like I said, it was a bit light on discipline around then. It's not like a bunch of silly pumpkin eaters were gonna stop me.
Pumpkin eaters?
Chess guys, loads of them. But yeah, I wanted to be like her and do what she did, but mostly just made a hot catastrophe of myself. I doubt that is what she wanted. At the time, it seemed like a cool thing a real intellectual and mysterious book celebrity would do while also leading a badass and secretly subversive life in opposition to tyranny. But I think what is more likely is she knew the whole world would end and everyone would die no matter what she did, which is probably hard to live with. I don't know if I can blame the old lady for wanting to get a wee bit sauced after a couple of rapping clowns won a presidential election.
Yeah, Wait, what? Clowns?
Long story. Bad story. Please continue.
Okay. Yes, I'm sure my mother knew the end was coming too. Knowing that helped put a lot of her behavior in context for me, I was always too young to understand.
Poor moms. Poor adult dead sexy lady us.
Truth.
But anyway, back to us. Kid alive sexy lady us.
Yes, it sounds like your Rose had an incredible career, but all things considered, I prefer being kid alive sexy lady me.
Agree. I know what you mean about being nervous. About meeting you, I mean, maybe nervous isn't quite right, but when I started thinking about meeting us as you is when I started thinking I should try being not quite such a mess. So I started taking the idea of cleaning up my act more seriously.
Ultimately, I concluded the same thing. I decided it would be a very dignified way to make an entrance, or for that matter, a very constructive way to help out in a struggle to preserve reality. Luckily, I was able to cut it out a while ago. I admit it wasn't easy, but it helped a lot to have people looking out for me. Poke sits poked.
Yeah, I had friends help me too. I couldn't have done without them either.
I never had IRL friends before this trip. It's interesting to observe the various ways they apply themselves to your benefit. Some people are around to make you feel like you're worth sticking with even when you fuck up. And some people are around to kick your ass to make sure you don't.
I think I had to play the latter role to my friends a lot. And also to myself, I guess. Who kicked your ass? Was it Yelly Guy over there?
No, Carcat was mostly preoccupied with his own shenanigans. The yelling is deceptive. He's a rather private person. Friska, however, she is quite an extravagant bitch. LMAO. But it turns out people like that tend to have some convenient assets, such as the sheer force of personality to keep a bunch of idiots from falling apart. Don't get me wrong, it's quite annoying, but useful.
Yeah, I probably should have been more of a bitch to all my peeps. Maybe it wouldn't have gone to jail and died.
Let it be a lesson to us all. Can I just get extravagant bitch as a t-shirt?
Seriously though, it's so nice hearing your stories, especially the similarities of stuff we experienced. Wizards and writing and mom stuff and even bad things we went through. And obviously we're similar by DNA and all, but even so, it still feels comforting that even if you flip the universe upside down and change it all around, pull us apart by centuries, kill humans off, flood the world, We're still connected to each other in a mysterious way that goes beyond genes and circumstance, and that I think is some tight frickin' noise to consider. I'm considering right now, and yes, that noise, it is so tight.
Hey, what are we all talking about over here?
Damn it, Dave.
Dave always has to be there. It probably is, Seb. It honestly probably is. That's too good of a phrase to not be a t-shirt. So this is Tavros, Sprite, and Jake. Tavros, Sprite, is it okay if we pretend to have a conversation over here for a while, so that I look busy and not come off as big of a doofus as I feel like?
I can oblige.
Also, Tavros and Roxy have the same voice. I'm realizing now.
I can oblige and also personally identify with that idea and the feelings of self-lameness behind it. But I could also help you out with a real conversation too, instead of a fake one. In fact, maybe we already even said enough words together just now for that to qualify.
Tavros, Sprite, you've always been the one ray of light shining through the clouds in what's otherwise been an emotionally stormy game experience for me. I'm so grateful that you found it in your ghostly bosom to drift over to Lomax now, and then to cheer me up. Often enough to give me a real pick-me-up when feeling blue over friend problems, but just seldom enough to feel like a rare delight when you did.
Yeah, I was under strict instruction from Vriska to not interfere with the timeline much for lots of months, so I didn't say hello often. But
fucking hell.
She helped me be back alive, so I owed her that much on one hand, but on the other, I think she was doing her bossy thing for the sake of just telling me what to do, and I didn't even see how just being friendly sometimes was even changing the timeline much, or why that idea even mattered, because it seems like most of you all here never did much important stuff anyway.
It's true. More tip-top wisdom from that sage bull-headed noggin of yours.
Why do you want to be pretend talking, even though it's real, and look busy to your friends?
I'm just not up to all the socialization yet. Maybe I never will be. I feel at ease talking to you, but all these others, I don't know. It feels really awkward, and I think I lost most of my prior bravado due to a lot of bad things that happened with my friends.
What happened with them?
I just messed up with everyone in a lot of ways I'm too embarrassed to even talk about, and now I just feel gun-shy about everything, I guess. Even polite conversation with fun new people I should be thrilled to meet. I couldn't even set things right with my buddies now if I wanted to. Jane is asleep, so I can't make amends with her after she became an angered robot and punched me in the gut and jailed me and threatened me with eternal marriage and baby-making duties. I mean, sure, she was brainwashed when she did all that, but I'm sure I did some stuff to deserve it. Dirk is still way off somewhere, so I can't address that whole spicy meatball, which I still feel terrible about. And Roxy... Well, okay, Roxy is right there, but look at her. She's having a blast with all these people she actually really likes and who are probably actually likable. She probably wants nothing to do with me either, so I might as well do her the courtesy of leaving her alone.
But isn't she waving at you and saying hello right now? Due, almost certainly, to overhearing you talking about her name. Hi, Jake!
Oh, yeah. It would seem she is. Those are probably pity waves, though. Oh, you fucking...
I don't think that is true. I have been the getter almost exclusively of the pity versions of various deeds directed at me, and I think that's not what she's doing. Those are normal waves and hellos. You should probably do one of those things back to her. Hi, Jake! Jake, damn it, hi!
Oh, sorry. Hi, Roxy. You're here with us again, and I like that. I like that.
Nice, bro. Keep working on behaviors of that sort. Your self-esteem will get bigger.
I like that. Oh, durations, what a fucking clod I am. I really have to keep a lower profile. Even basic pleasantries are a bit above my huckleberry for now.
I get it. Self-esteem is probably the hardest emotion to master. It helps to have help.
And I appreciate it, Mr. Tavros, but I really do.
No, I mean not from me. Do you have a fantasy phantom representing your self-esteem who you can look up to?
A phantom?
Because I did once, and it helped me. Then he became real, and really helped me. But not because of believing or anything. Just because of coincidence. He happened to be my ancestor.
Couldn't make Jake a friend. He is doomed. Oh. I think Jake likes feeling sorry for himself. Yeah, not how to fix it. You're not wrong. I've been there. When I was younger, in my younger days, I loved a good self-wallowing. I'm gonna eat some bread. Bread. It's at least banana nut bread. At least I can say that, and I'm not just eating a slice of bread. I'm actually putting effort. You're not wrong, Seb. That's why. I just felt sorry for myself when I was fucking younger. But recent years and a lot of personal things happening. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna try and be positive about shit, even though I'm still an angry motherfucker most of the time. I think it was straight bread. That's fair salsa. That was a good one. Where the fuck was I? At the start of the page when I'm... Well, yes, I suppose I have something like that. A brain goes to my friend Dirk, who visits me sometimes. I guess he represents my self-esteem, but I don't know how helpful he actually is. Why? I conclude. That's fair. I don't know, something just snapped in me where I was like, I'm tired of being... fucking after my grandpa died, I was like numb for a year. And about a year after he died, I was like, I'm tired of feeling this way. So I'm gonna try and be... I started building ambition and like wanting to do things and better myself a bit more. I really haven't like looked at how to better myself, but I've just been over the last... Boy, I was fucking 5 years ago now. I've just been trying to be more of a positive person. I still get angry as fuck, and there's still an underlying rage inside of me at all times. It's just, rage fuels me, but I do try to be a better, more positive person now. And I've been for the last couple of years, because I'm tired of seeing all the negative shit in the world. That's the thing. A negative emotion, my anger at seeing negative shit in the world, is what's driving me to try and be a more positive person. Figure that one out. Anyway. Why? Because of all the consternation that my relationship with real Duck has caused me. He says all the right things to make me feel better about myself, but when he visits my brain, I never actually feel that comfortable or good about myself. I just always feel kind of weird and truthfully spend most of the time hoping he just goes away, and he probably knows that, too, because he's my brain and that makes me feel weirder. I see. Your brain is complicated then. I'm guessing it's because you're some sort of genius. Really? Fair stuff. I'm glad you get the whole motivated by your spite thing, because boy, it's not a great thing, and I know this for myself too. It's not good to be driven by anger and have it like that's what's pushing you forward to make things better, but it's what I've got going for me right now, and it's what keeps me going. I've been thinking about going and seeing, because I haven't had a therapist ever, but it's something that I've talked about like with my wife and everything, and how we both don't go to therapy, and we're like, maybe we should, because we have mental things that are like I feel are holding me back, but she wants to go see it too and like talk things out with someone else, also a professional. But we do have each other that we can kind of bounce off each other a little bit too. So really stand up for myself. I don't stand up for myself at all, Salsa, because self-esteem issues, deep-seated self-esteem issues. But I get so fucking mad. Like, anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Yes, absolutely. I have a sense for these things. Gosh. Maybe instead of listening to the upsetting words of a complicated brain ghost, what a brilliant mind like you needs is something simpler, like listening to the nice and flattering words of a real friend. Maybe you're right. Not related to that, have I mentioned you're actually quite handsome for a human? Wow, do you think? Also, you have a dashing personality, and you seem pretty strong, and your very small pair of creamy-looking pants is really cool. Holy cow. You're right, Tavro Sprite. These nice observations about me. Why, they really do seem to make me feel at least infinitesimally better about myself. What a chum. This is only the beginning of the feel-good feelings you can force inside you, through the repetitive mentionings of such things about you, but also through developing yourself as a brave, alive hero. It's too late for me to do that, since I lived a weak life, died, and was lucky enough to have a friend with a good enough heart to bring me back, but only as a spiritual guide, such as the one floating before you. So I can't be that heroically great anymore, by tragic definition, but you can. You're living, strong, nice, and of even higher importance, immortal. So that gives you, by my estimation, literally forever, to get better and better and better, and finally prove yourself. That way, you can win your friends over, and everyone will like you again. Boy, shitting howdy! Just imagine, from hobbledehoy to hero. Wouldn't that spiffy predicament just razz my berries?
Tavros, would you leave that poor kid alone? What sort of nonsense are you telling him? Nothing? Oh, bullshit. You're filling his head with lies, aren't you? No, it's just a basic conversation, not about any topics you're probably going to say you disapprove of.
Hey kid, what's he telling you? What's your name again? Jape?
Yes, sure.
No, it's not Jape. Wrong. Who even cares? Your overly simplistic human names all sound so alike to me. Anyway, listen, Jape. Whatever load of shit he's selling you in a misguided effort to cheer you up, don't listen to him. It's all a bunch of sappy, delusional garbage. I'm not going to let you down easy, and someday you'll realize this is the biggest favor anyone's ever done for you. You are never going to do anything important, and you'll never amount to anything. Period. Neither is Tavros.
Wait, no. Now hold on.
No, you hold on, Tavros. You had more than enough chances to prove you could be a relevant contributor to our adventure, but you blew it in every step of the way. It's time to face the facts. You're never going to have that big moment that vindicates your arc of personal development. It's just not going to happen.
No, I know that. I just admitted that. You weren't listening to our...
It's not going to happen for Jape here either, so stop filling his head with nonsense. I can just smell it off him. He's just like you, really. A loser is a loser.
Sniffle.
Here's the bottom line. Pages just suck. All of them do. They just can't ever seem to get it together. I think it just happens to be the class players get stuck with if they're naturally the sort of person. If they're that sort of person. It doesn't mean they don't have value as people, but they'll never have anything significant to contribute. So they really should just stay out of the way. There's a certain quiet dignity in understanding your utterly crippling limitations as an individual. Ideally, a very quiet dignity, so the important people can still hear themselves think.
Okay, but what about all that big page potential?
We'll leave that one alone. There's also a lot of misleading horseshit. Or that's also a lot of misleading horseshit. And really kind of a cruel stipulation of the class, to be honest. It makes losers think there's actually some light at the end of the long tunnel, so it keeps them dreaming instead of facing the facts. Sure, they can reach all that potential if they worked really hard for a long time, but don't you get it? The very nature of who they are prohibits that. They don't have what it takes to stick it out to the end because they're too weak mentally. So it was just the game playing a nasty joke on them, like dangling a carrot at the end of a ridiculously long stick. Only an asshole would knowingly play along with such a vicious hoax.
No, any form of friendship encouragement, no matter what, is universally great, I think. We all learn this as fact from lots of things we see and enjoy in stories and stuff.
Oh my fucking god.
No, Tower Sprite, she's right. She's right. Friska, look what you did. You made my friend Jape sad. Don't listen to her. And come here, buddy, for a reassuring embrace.
Tyrus, don't you fucking touch him. Remember, you've only been prototyped once. Do you really want to fuse into an eternal monstrosity with that weenie? God, what a weenie singularity that would be. Maybe I should stand back and let it happen. For science. Also, it would serve you right.
Oh, yeah? Well, get a load of this. Actually, no, you're right, of course. I won't hug him because that sounds really, really bad. Sorry, Jape.
That's the thing, is you get Vriska in a brief shining moment where it's like, you know what, maybe she's not that much of a bitch anymore. And then she turns around and something happens. That is the essence of Vriska. She cannot be an asshole.
Vriska, shouldn't we get back to our strategy meeting soon? Yeah, pretty soon. It's like we used to say in the old days, time is dead, kids. Believe me, I haven't forgotten. That's as true as now as it ever was. Only difference is now we're working together to prevent the bodies from piling up.
What's up, Tulsa? Where the hell was I?
We still have a little time before we need to meet.
Not. I fucking lost it. I lost it. I'm gone. It's gone. It's gone. My focus is gone. It floated away into the ether. Focusing is not possible anymore.
We still have a little time before we need to get serious. And anyway, when you're managing a team, you need to balance things. Gotta keep morals up, you know? The troops have been itching for a feel-good moment like this for a long time. As a competent leader/power gamer extraordinaire, it's incumbent on me to recognize that and cut them a bit of slack. Give them a little space to remember that when they're all what they're all fighting for, you know? Yeah, great point. We can do the same, you know? Over the last few years, we've had so many great times and buried all the old hatches deep enough that I think it's easy to take our relationship for granted. It doesn't hurt to remind ourselves how lucky we both are and how close we came to going in completely different directions. Anyway, I'm glad this is the path we chose. I couldn't ask for a better moirail. Me neither. I don't know how I would have lived with myself if I had gone through with it.
And we'd be dead if I hadn't. Thank God for Egbert. Never, never, never tell him I said this, but for a dork, he's... Let's just say you did a great job training him, once upon a time. Hey, so did you. Some version of yourself was badass enough to write down all those instructions in her own blood just before she died. Sounds like a real hero to me. Sometimes I wonder what things would be like if we never had our falling out. It was a lot like this back in the old days, remember? Just hanging out, working together, not much drama except I guess for the occasional ethical debate on how our foes should be dealt with. What if it never spiraled out of control? If I never blinded you? If you never blew off my arm? What if you decided to send John back to change all that instead? I didn't write the instructions myself, but I'm sure I never considered it. Everything we went through back then made us stronger. It was something to work to put behind us, not erase. Something that was worth the effort. Yeah.
Shout, blither, blah, blah words. Blah, blah, tactless nincompoops. Shout, ramble, screed. Blah, blister, bemoan, blah, blah, gossip, hungry, lobotomy, hobbits. Shout, yell, screech, holler, brainless, gushing, yammer, twats.
Oh god, what is he going on about now? Sounds like he's yelling at Dave and John about something.
So John's been here for all of 5 minutes. He already tripped Carket's tirade siren.
He's not actually angry. He's embarrassed about something. My ear is finely tuned to all the, Vantrum nuances.
Embarrassed? About what? Think he might actually be bent out of shape over the fact that he's not leader anymore?
No way. It's something very personal.
I wonder if John's been asking what the deal is with him and Dave. John was pretty nosy, if I recall.
I think it's more likely Dave is just rambling a sans filter again.
Yeah, he does do that a lot, doesn't he? Hey, as long as we're swearing each other to secrecy on stuff, make absolutely sure they never know I said this, but he and Carcat are kind of adorable. In whatever quadrant that whole situation settled in. I don't know. It's none of my business, really. I just never would have guessed.
Agreed. I guess we stuck to ourselves mostly. And Rose and Kanaya were all, so that them and their cute mayor sidekick to sort things out amongst each other without interference from a bunch of crazy fucked up girls. I'm happy for them. And for me, too. If you hadn't been around, I have a feeling I would have gotten sucked in some weird bullshit with both of them.
Sounds rough. Guess that's one more bullet dodge, thanks to yours truly.
Guess so. Geek. Gonna miss you. Sure, you have to get going so soon.
Really, I really can't waste much more time. Just have to get all these goofballs squared away, then I'm off.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
No. Well, not really. Nothing important.
What is it?
It's dumb. You'll probably laugh at me.
No, I won't. Come on, tell me. What good is having a Moira if you don't feel like you can talk to?
I don't know. I'm not sure I can even put my finger on what's bugging me. I feel like I should be psyched for the battle ahead, like pumped up to kill some bad guys and finally end this, but I just feel a little weird, especially knowing that you won't be here.
What does me not being here have to do with anything?
What if, when it's time to fight and people really need me, to use my powers or whatever it is I'm supposed to be able to do, what if it turns out I'm not actually that good?
But you already proved that you are. Another version of you basically saved us all, remember?
I know, but that was a different me, who went through some things I'd never went through, and probably figured out how to be awesome and heroic along the way. I never did any of that, and I certainly don't feel awesome and heroic yet. And this probably sounds really dumb, but it kind of makes me feel guilty.
Guilty? Why?
Because she pretty much sacrificed herself to make things better. Specifically better for me, I think. To let me lead a better life, presumably. To fix my problems, I guess. But I don't feel fixed. I actually kind of feel a weird sense of pressure to be the best version of myself. Like the most protective and heroic and well-adjusted Terezi in Paradox Space. But I'm definitely not that Terezi.
Okay, but you are being way too hard on yourself here. I really doubt that's what the other version of you intended. That's not even how shit works. People don't just get fixed. Even if circumstances change so you have a smoother ride, you're always going to have flaws. I guess you should always try to be the best version of yourself, but I think it's also important to be okay with the fact that you aren't perfect. I've got flaws too. Plenty of them. I mean, obviously, but I'm mostly okay with them.
Wow, you don't say.
Hey, shut up. I'm just trying to offer a little perspective here.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I'll try to forget about this stuff and just focus on helping out the team. It'll be hard doing it without you, but I guess I've managed to do it before, even if I don't remember.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I know you can do it.
When will I see you again?
Someday. I'll do my best to shorten the wait for you as much as I can, using time travel or whatever other nonsense I may have at my disposal. When all is said and done, I'll drop by Earth and look you up.
I can't wait. Blither babble, ramble self-esteem prattle, ramble mumble, brave alive hero, mutter blither, finally prove yourself, babble babble babble.
Tavros, would you leave that poor kid alone? What sort of nonsense are you telling him? Okay, so that was the Scourge Sisters. Okay, now we're hopping over to Strylons. How long we got? About 20 minutes? Okay.
Dave, we were sort of in the middle of something here.
In the middle of what?
A series of heartfelt conversations of a personal nature.
Oh, I guess I'm in the middle of those two now. Those now too. I'm feeling heartfelt as fuck. Somebody bone me up on the shit.
One cannot simply be boned up on shit such as this. You had to be there. Come on. Wizards, problems, feelings. It was your standard tale of two estranged mutual mothers. Any questions?
Yes, lots.
Okay. Can you maybe sit over there for a while and write them all down? Rose, this accumulation of people is coming dangerously close to what your culture might process as a human familiar unit. This is a foreign idea to me and probably a private matter to you, so I think I will leave you all alone and go talk to some trolls. Personally, I think you should welcome Dave into the fold of your poignant wizard reverie. From my cultural point of view, at least, he has as much claim to a sense of ancestral connection to your mother as you. See you, everybody.
Yeah, man, can I to the rescue with the smart shit to say as usual?
Utterly destroyed again by her superior sense of reason and decorum. Though I do wonder if her perspective would be different if she'd never had to manage relations with a twin brother.
Okay, but who cares about that? So, Rose, it's our mom. Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Well, not Mom. Your actual name instead of that, I guess. Roxy, I think?
You think right. Mom's okay too, though.
I don't know, that might be weird. Calling you that all the time. Rose, would that be weird?
It would probably get a little weird.
So, Mom, I'm just gonna jump right in the fucking frying pan here. Like, tape off a no bullshit zone for a while, if that's okay.
A frying pan in the no bullshit zone? Sounds intense. Who is manning this pan and who gave them clearance for the no BS zone?
Captain Sirius is at the pan, and he got the go-ahead from Lieutenant Doesn't Fuck Around of the Heart Attack Armada.
Isn't Lieutenant a lower rank than Captain? Who put this dude in charge of such an important pan?
I don't know. Maybe it is. Okay, like, it's cool that you even know that fact, but this is exactly the kind of fuckery that the no BS zone doesn't cotton to, no matter what sort of cookware is involved, or which pseudo-military organization regulates the borders. I have some questions about you and about stuff in general, so rather than mumble through a conversation that sounds mostly like the stuff we literally just got done saying, sweet though that would be, I'm gonna machine gun some shit at you lightning round style.
A machine gun lightning round in a frying pan? God damn.
I know, right? So, you're my biological mother.
Yes.
And Rose's.
Yes.
And therefore here, bear at least partial and, like, biologically incidental responsibility for why we're both so fucked up.
Yes.
But you yourself are a paradox clone.
I guess.
Which means you didn't even have bio parents, or you originated from yourself.
Guess so.
So you really don't have anyone to blame for who you are except weirdly and paradoxically yourself.
Yes, Dave?
Wait, okay. Sorry if that sounded rude. I didn't mean it rudely. I mean, you did have a parental figure who you, I guess, modeled yourself after in a way, or were influenced by, I mean. An old version of Rose from a long time ago.
Yes.
And my brother was the same way. Or your friend, I mean. Dirk. He was a paradox clone of himself, and he, like, did a kind of the same thing, modeled himself after... Why do we not talk about Dirk? Can we change the subject?
You brought him up.
I know. Look, I bring up a lot of things, and then I have to backtrack a lot of those things I bring up, because sometimes the things I bring up are ill-advised to say or make people uncomfortable or make me uncomfortable. It's just a thing about me.
Ooh, just had a thought. Do I get to do a lightning round at you next?
I guess so, yeah. Depends on if you want to keep sitting at this goddamn pan. In this goddamn pan.
I don't know. Maybe our asses are getting too hot.
Maybe you should speak for yourself.
Dave! Shit!
LOL. No, Mom, look. Roxy, I mean. It's like I was just saying. I just say things like it is. Just like this force of nature no one can control or even try to. Least of all me. We just have to cross our fingers and hope for the best. And that my one-man verbal slapstick routine isn't too Freudian in nature, or at least not that often. Bye, Sosa. Glad you could stop by. Have a good one. Anyway, let's pretend I didn't just insinuate you have a hot ass and move on. I heard something about wizards. You have some wizards like Rose?
Yes.
Okay, well, that is a predictable if somewhat bland fact. Let's see if we can dig a little deeper. Don't get me wrong, wizards are okay, I guess.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe you're okay.
Yeah, I'm alright. Wizards are better at magic than me, but I'm better than wizards at rap, so I guess it breaks even. Or it would if I was a pretend jackass in silly robes and a dumb beard. So, point goes to Dave.
Sigh.
Do you like rap?
Kinda. Dirk loves rap, so never mind. Forgot we weren't talking about that.
Well, what do you like to do?
I like cats.
Okay, that is a fair opinion, but cats aren't actually an activity or anything.
They kinda were for me, though. I, used to clone them. I may have got a little carried away.
Cat cloning, huh? That sounds like a pretty dope hobby. I think we're getting somewhere. So you had access to that kind of stuff because you lived in a sci-fi world?
A sci-fi world?
Yeah, the future. What was the future like?
Watery, full of chess people, lots of pumpkins. You know, usual dystopian stuff.
I see. And it was just the chess guys and you? Like, alone? No other people except for Bro, who I guess was way off somewhere?
Yep.
Sounds like kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I talk to my friends a lot, though, via computers and stuff. And shit.
Not stuff. Read, idiot. Read, motherfucker. That's cool. Me too. Maybe when it comes down to our lives, maybe what comes down to it, our lives weren't that different, except for the extinction of humanity part. My humans were just imminently extinct is all. I didn't have chess guys around, though. They're actually good company. Yeah! The best friend is a chess guy. He's the mayor. Or my best friend. I'll introduce you to him soon. You'll love the mayor. Everybody loves the mayor. Want to meet the mayor? Don't worry. I'll put in a good word for you. Pretty sure we can find an opening in his schedule. Tell me more. More? About you. Damn, dude. This frying pan should be sizzling. Fuck yeah. Aside from cat breeding, how else did you pass the time? Writing, a fair amount of, let's say recreational liquid intake, and, hacking. Seriously, like actual hacking? Yeah, computer programming, really. Hacking is just what you call it to sound cool. There wasn't even much shit around to hack. So kind of like John, except I think he pretty much sucked at his codes. Really? Yeah, he seemed to find it frustrating mainly. His bitching about it is literally my only point of reference for his degree of proficiency. You're good though, right? I bet you're good. The best. Knew it. Maybe I could give him some pointers on the elite hacks. Fuck yes. He'd be all about that. Or I think he should be, which is all that matters. Do that and insist on it if he gets weirdly obstinate or like tries to pretend he doesn't like programming anymore. Okay. What else? Oh, I don't know, Dave. I might be running out of shit to say. You sure? I like to play games? What games? Mostly the Nintendos. I see. Which Nintendos? A whole bunch of Nintendos. I like lots of diff systems and titles. I don't know if the ones I associate strongly with would have the same meaning, like culturally speaking, for you, because to me they're all like cool ancient relics that kept me somewhat in touch with the world that was long gone. That makes sense. That's mostly the relationship I have now with garbage rom-coms. Largely because Carcat likes watching them. So these godforsaken flicks have helped keep me grounded in our dead civilization in a weird way. But RE, games. I don't have Nintendos. My bro had Xbox, so I played that sometimes. But he mostly had all these shitty skating games and like 20 different Tony Hawk titles. I would mainly just play them to fuck around, like find spectacular ways to crash and flop around like a douchey ragdoll, or figure out ways to get halfway stuck inside concrete fixtures and obstacles. I watch all these cool fratty bros twitch and flop ad infinitum, like struggling valiantly and earnestly forever against the shitty, deeply flawed physics they're confined in virtual prison. I saw them as tragic figures. That sounds incredible, to be honest. Pretty much. Do you think we can play games together sometime? I want to see your majestic skate bros in their element. Oh my dick, yes. Dave? What? Okay, I think it's my turn. Keep your ass in the pan, buddy. You're gonna get grilled. That's fair. Oh, Rose, please don't think I'm excluding you. Jump in the convo anytime, okay? Meh, she's fine. I'm perfectly happy serving as a spectator and occasional officiator of this conversation. It's quite entertaining to behold, really. I love watching how different personalities collide with each other upon meeting. Neither of you is failing to disappoint. LMAO. Guys, everyone in this family tree a psychoanalyst? Yo, that's been like her exact top preoccupation since she was a fucking baby. Did she tell you? No, but yeah, makes sense. But like, you're all Mr. Funny interrogation right now. Rose is quite possibly a literal therapist in training, I guess. And Dirk is Dirk. Just makes you think is all. We're all fucked up. The end. So what do you want to know, Mom? Rox? Here comes the lightning. You got to imagine it coming out my fingertips, wherein I am an almighty wizard. Okay, currently imagining that? Not bad. Not bad at all. Pachoo! What is your favorite rap guy? That's a dead tie between me and Snoop. Also, maybe Obama, but to be fair, I don't think he raps IRL. That is mainly just a headcanon I have about him, but come on. You weren't actually curious about that, were you? I'm trying to think of stuff to ask. Jeez. Give me a sec. Okay, how did you become a god tier? Rose and I went on a suicide mission piloting the moon through the furthest ring. The moon had a cosmic mega-nuclear bomb at its core, but also our quest beds by surprise. When it blew up, it created literally the biggest fucking sun in existence, which all happens to be the exact same sun we thought we were going out there to destroy. But we also died and resurrected as god tiers, and I guess due to immortality, rose up from the surface of the fucking sun, all glowing green and wearing pajamas and shit. Holy crap, that is so ridiculously insane and cool, and so much more awesome than what happened to us. Wow. Why? How did you do it? God, it's almost embarrassing to even describe, especially compared to that. Go on. We all had a hangover from magic candy and woke up on our god slabs and, like, talked for a while. Have you ever seen The Breakfast Club? No? Okay, well, it was like that, but probably shittier. Then we all sort of randomly died on accident due to surprise villain attacks. That sounds alright. Who even cares about having a baller origin story? We were just some chumps on the moon being melodramatic and in the process of getting jumped by an omniscient creep. Your outfit looks cool at least. Thanks! Okay then, next. Have you ever kissed anybody? What? Man, these questions are taking on a different tenor than the ones I asked you. Well, yeah, okay, I was kissed by Jade when I was dead, so I would come back to life. That was like right before the moon mission I mentioned. Oh yeah, I was corpse smooch once too. By who?
Hey, it's still my lightning round. I was asking you if you ever kiss somebody. Like, awake and alive and on purpose.
Man, we're waiting, Dave. Hey, I thought you were just studying us. I'm also officiating. I'll have to hold you to the question or throw a flag. Remember the sports? My, how quickly we forget the sports. No, come on. I just asked you about Nintendo and shit.
Okay. Do you like drawing?
Yes. Comics? Yes. Funny comics? Fuck yes.
About fat acid and JPEG trash loss everywhere?
Fucking fuck yes.
Okay, I'm gonna admit, I have you at a little disadvantage since I know some things about your alt-future grown-up self.
Like what?
Don't want to spoil it. There's a better time for that conversation, and maybe a better person to have it with than me.
Do you like orange soda?
No?
No? Hell no. Then what's your poison? AJ?
Huh?
Apple juice.
That's fucking cute.
Pretty much.
Have you ever been in love?
God damn it! This is the lightning round, Dave. We didn't make the rules. Anyway, I'm ready to blow my referee's sport whistle, trademarked, if you don't answer before the commercially endorsed game clock expires. I think the lightning round's over. Why don't we have a distraction to seal the deal? Hey, Mom, I think Harley Dad over there is talking about you.
Jake? Yeah, I think you're right. Gotta go catch up with him soon. I'll wave hello for now.
I don't think he's noticing.
Damn it, Jake. Look over here, you goof. Gonna start a fire here with all this friendly waving.
Nope, he's completely out to lunch, just like all the Harley birds.
Hi, Jake. Jake, damn it, hi.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Shut up. He just doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to admit that he's in love. He won't say it. Oh, no. Sorry. Hi, Roxy. You're with us again, and I like that. That's it. He's right back at it with the bull guy. What's with him? He reminds me a lot of John, but really quiet with his, which is very un-Johnish.
Jake's great, but yeah, he's not like that all the time. He's pretty gregarious one-on-one, but I guess he doesn't like crowds much. He became sort of a hermit after a few months in our session. He mainly hung out with Dirk until he eventually, sorta shut him out too. Dude just likes his lonesome time, I guess.
I'll try getting to know him sometime. Maybe trap him like a shy woodland creature. Then brutally harangue him with my typically rad shit and become airtight bros. Right there in the fucking woods. Exactly how nature intended.
OMG, yes. I will help you rig your Jake snares. Maybe leave some hunky dude bait like a trail of micro shorts sprinkled throughout the forest.
Awesome. Thanks, Mom. Roxy, I mean. Dave, even I'm having less trouble referring to Roxy by her name consistently. And I was one who grew up knowing her as my literal mother. What is going on with you? Nothing. It's just like semi-accidentally replacing a word with another word in a majority of instances. Why do you need to read things? Why do you need to read things into everything? You're right. How could anyone possibly read anything into that sort of repeated slip-up? Exactly. What if you're making her uncomfortable?
It's fine, really. I think it's sort of endearing.
See, Rose, y'all worry about nothing as usual. Mom's fine with it. Moxie. I mean, Rami. Mommy. Wait, fuck. Okay, that one was fucked up. Let's make sure I never fucking say that again.
I'm dying here. Dave, stop it. I'll asphyxiate.
I can't. It's like I was saying before. There's a force in nature we all gotta just deal with. Strider's blurtscapades. Dave's flying boner circus. This shit is immutable. I had to face this fact a long time ago. I could never try to change that part of myself, which is an unwinnable war. Or I could try focusing on being like a vaguely half-decent person, so at least the shit I inevitably blurt out from deep down isn't all that bad. Because the bad stuff has been and is still being purged through an arduous long-term process of complete and utter humiliation.
Man, arduous long-term processes of complete and utter humiliation are basically my aesthetic. Anyways, you're a silly dude, and it's okay if you keep calling me Mom on accident.
I hope it is similarly okay with you if I make the conscious decision to refrain from calling you that ever. Unlike Dave, I've taken great pride in the meticulous maintenance of my internal filter. I don't think I have the same luxury he does. Humiliation just makes my demons angrier.
Yeah, Rose, call me whatever. But, Lemme, you got a way of making that sound legit scary.
It's fucked up that she's joking, but also not even really. You'll figure out how to crack her deadpan riddles. There's an art to it.
You guys, and your friggin' psychobabble is a riot. Suddenly feeling like maybe I'm the weak link in this family tree on the analytical front. Need to step up my game.
To be fair, Dave's game is pretty flimsy. He's been jacking my swagger for years. He only pulls it off because he's funny. And to be even fairer, I'm not actually much of a psychoanalyst. I know just enough to know that I barely know anything and probably would have benefited from, I don't know, college or something.
Okay, phew, I feel a bit less lame then. I remember Dirk's insane scrutinization of all things cerebral had a similar way of dwarfing one's ego. Maybe that was smoke and mirrors too, though. I don't know. Maybe since he and I are your parents in terms of psycho skills, he's got all genes and I got none. So that means Dave got some genes and Rose got lots? Whereas some is more than none and lots is less than all? Question marks?
That's quite a scientific way of looking at it. Maybe it's even true.
Yeah, I fucking love science.
Okay, then that explains everything.
What?
What is the fucking deal with this bullshit? Get out of here, you fucking robots. Fuck off. I go weeks without a fucking bot scheme. And I get 2 in one day? Damn. Where the hell was I? My fucking anger skyrocketed once I saw that. Holy shit, I'm fucking pissed off now. Oh. And Nagasha, look, here's the thing. They could peddle their fucking viruses elsewhere. Also, hi Nagasha, how you doing? Whew. Where the hell was I? Okay, that spins everything. What? If you got all the science genes, that means some scraped off on me, which would explain why my beats are so ill. It's because my science is off the charts. Holy shit! Can someone come push this nerd off the lily pad? That explanation, though. Cringeworthy rap notwithstanding, I do recall hearing him babble about wanting to be a scientist on more than one occasion, if the world hadn't ended. What was it? Archaeology? Paleontology? Yeah, I don't know. One of those things. Whatever involved more dead shit, maybe. Paleontology? You wanted to study that? I sincerely mumbled about the idea once or twice, sure. That's neat. That's neat. What about you, Rose? Did you actually want to be a legit psychiatrist and go to school for that and all? I don't recall my thoughts on higher education. My passion for the subject, I think, was more a contrivance of a very young girl with misplaced conviction in her abilities. I probably thought I could just figure it all out myself and skip the academic coronation. I don't think much about it anymore. Possibly because there's no one left to analyze except for the modest population of this frog disc. What would you want to do with your life instead? I mean, assuming there were no more evildoers to worry about. I don't know. What is there even to consider doing but with godhood but concerning oneself with evildoers? What about your quest? The shit with your planet and its rain stuff. Wasn't there still something to do there? I guess so? Yeah, I didn't mind, or at least a version of it specific to my situation. I get the feeling they change around and such depending on what the lay of the land is. My reality was fucked, so my dad just kind of rerouted me. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, exactly. I did this really stilted like mashup of what I assumed my real quest was. Like, involving breaking a sword and unbreaking a sword, and a fucking bird was involved, and the bird unceremoniously died somewhere. It was kind of a mess. Like me, I guess, so maybe that makes sense. Who knows? Who knows what would have in store for you now? I mean, if you even wanted to bother. I'm not sure if I have the inclination, and realistically, there isn't even much time for that, is there? We're supposed to be fighting adversaries imminently. I can't squeeze it in before the battle, and after we'll have to have supposedly won, so what would even be the point of doing it then? Shrug. Something always rubbed me the wrong way about my quest. I don't even like the phrase. It's uncomfortably formal and a little foreboding. I think the regimentation of it all always struck me as unpalatable, like consigning personal growth to completion of a glorified myth-heavy rat maze. Yeah, I know why you feel that way. If you got big problems with authority. You always have, and you probably wouldn't even put it that way because it sounds really teen of you and gauche or whatever, but it's true. OMG, you guys and your shrink babble. It's so funny, I swear to God. Yeah, here we go again, right? Except remember, I'm a fraud at this stuff. Except in a particular sense, I'm totally right. She sees this quest as neatly laid out for her wrapped in a bow. Fuck it, it even looks like it's made for little kids with like pink turtles and rainbows and shit. Like, here you go, princess. It's baby's first quest. Almost like it was designed to piss her off. Sburb says here, self-improvement delineated and made comprehensible. Enjoy your cookie cutter odyssey. So because she's Rose, she goes no, fuck my quest. Literally starts wrecking shit. And maybe that itself was always her quest. If I may interject. Oh, awesome. Frisco's eavesdropping. What a surprise. Not for very long. I just heard you talking about Rose's quest is all. I don't have any opinion on whether you do it or not. Rose, that's your business. But my advice is, if you see your denizen, just make sure you kill her fast. What? Believe me, Cetus is a huge bitch. If you give her an inch, she'll try to sucker you into a whole boring conversation, mostly involving a bunch of curmudgeonly riddles. Don't give her the chance. Just go for the jugular and end it as soon as you can. Grab her loot and call it a day. That's what I think, at least. Assuming you bother going to see her at all, couldn't really blame you if you didn't, though. I probably won't. Won't what? Oh no, what the fuck is this? Meow. What is going on? What is this? Oh, how long is this? Okay, it's not that long. I'll finish this page.
Friglish! Oh my god, you cheeky bastard. OMG.
What the actual fuck?
Friglish, I cannot believe this. You dug up her body. OMG, that is so bad. But also sweet of you to bring her back, but also, wow, bad. Wait, dug up? I'm a little unclear on that myself. Jasper's hasn't been especially descriptive.
Well, yes, both Roses, I dug you up.
I don't know what voice that was.
From where? John's planet? Remember the funeral I mentioned? Friglish was there too. Or, Jasper's? Our dumb departed beautiful idiot cat. I guess I made a novice mistake. I turned my back on the body. You had a funeral from me? That was nice of you. Yeah! So, hi! Wow, this is confusing. Welcome back, you're alive again. Hey, come here!
Lalonde, don't you fucking touch her. Fucking incredible. Am I the only one here concerned with making sure we don't create freakish mutant people combos?
What?
She's only been single prototyped. Don't go near her.
Oh, right.
It is absolutely astounding how much you all need me around to keep your shit straight. Even then, it's a constant uphill battle to keep you all from fucking up. I let my guard down for 1 second, and this brainless animal wastes one of your precious resurrection slots on someone who's already alive. Well, congratulations. You're down to 1 empty kernel. Be sure to use it wisely, not that there's much hope of that at this point. See you, chumps. I'm out of this conversation. How long is this one? Okay, it's not that long. I'll finish this one. How's that sound? So, what does it even mean? There's 2 roses now? Like, what the fuck? What does it do with this information and unfold in set of circumstances?
I don't know, Dave. I have advanced seer powers and the newly acquired insight of a mystical guide, and even I'm stumped about this turn of events.
Okay, then. Good to know I'm not dumb, and this literally is inherently irrational. Thanks, Ghost Cat. Great job. So, what now?
Well, it's nice to be back after such a spectacular sequence of tragic events, even though I have no memory of having been gone for long. But I also understand I am now the subordinate Rose, so with respect to my ongoing role, I will have to defer to real Rose. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Then again, I don't have feet anymore. LOL. It's also worth pointing out that my programming as a sprite informs me that I exist at the pleasure of the player who released my kernel. So, Roxy, what do you think I should do? Wow. I don't know. Man, I only just met, alive Rose here, and that was after just burying you and saying goodbye and all, which was this, emotional thing, and now you're back because of a silly cat, and I don't know, I'm confused. Rose, what do you think? Rose? Yo, Rose. Hello?
This is so stupid. Oh no, we broke Rose. Okay, I'll finish this. Okay, I'll finish this one because this takes us back to the page, and then we'll stop it there. We'll stop it there. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and pretend to take this seriously. Rosie, okay? I guess so? Yes, I'm fine. This is just so dumb. My powers let me see fortuitous outcomes, but I didn't see this coming at all. It doesn't register as fortuitous or otherwise. You know why? Because it's completely meaningless. I mean, sure. I thought so too when Bird Dave happened, but that turned out to be like a whole thing. And important stuff happened as a result. Kinda. No, this isn't like that. Trust me, Dave. I'm not grasping at straws here. My abilities tend not to leave such things to speculation. This development makes absolutely no sense. Not for us as a group, and definitely not for me personally, or her for that matter. How could this possibly mean anything for my growth or personal development in any way? This almost makes it official. I have no comprehensible path. There is nothing to overcome, no lesson to learn, no cathartic light at the end of this preposterous tunnel. Not for me, at least. I seriously have the dumbest arc anyone could conceivably imagine. Rose, we don't have fucking arcs. We're just human beings. All right, that's it. Calling it there, because we're going to get into a whole other thing with these 4 idiots. Oh, boy. All right. So that's it, everybody. That's the stream. Thanks. Sorry it was early, or I guess it was early. Yeah, I don't even need to apology there. But, yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody, in the chat on this early stream for Saturday. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all had a good time. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, if you're watching the VOD, if you liked it, make sure you click the like button down below and subscribe to keep up with my stuff. New videos almost every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday and Wednesday, I'm streaming VODs. There's a link down in the description to my Twitch channel where you can see my schedule and everything like that. I do take every 4th Sunday off, so every 4th Wednesday there is not a video. Comment. What was your favorite part about this? Which one of these conversations was your favorite thus far? Was it Dave, John, and Carcat, Rose, and Roxy, and Kanaya, which is personally my favorite? Terezi and Vriska, let me know. There is no stream tomorrow, Pen. Thank you for reminding me. There is no stream tomorrow. I am off tomorrow for streaming. Because my wife is off, and so we're going to be hanging out tomorrow. But next Sunday, I think. Let me check the schedule now. Oh, boy. Thank you for the follow, Savvy Raptor. Welcome. Cut just at the end. Calendar, open. You dumb bastard. Let me see. What is next Sunday? The 2nd? Yeah, the 2nd works. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so next Sunday there's a stream. No stream tomorrow, though.
Anyway, share it with your friends. The last part of this, share it with your friends if you had someone who wanted to get into Homestuck but didn't want to take the time to read it because it's long as fuck. Show them this and have my savory tones guide them through this absolute just insane bullshit that is this webcomic. And of course, we have a Discord. If you're in the channel, if you're in the chat right now, there should be a panel somewhere, either in the About tab or what have you. Take it to the Discord, come join the community. My one stipulation, don't be an asshole. If you're on YouTube, link in the description. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Got that pit in my stomach. I'm a little afraid to go because I heard the test is not a pleasant experience. Got really nervous there for a second. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining me today, for distracting me for the little bit of time I had before I have to go get COVID tested. But anyway, everyone, please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Hope you have a good time. Take care of yourselves, and hope to see you next time. Later, everybody. I don't really know what to say, so